My name is Sasha Hjerpe, and I'm a chicken lady at the Fair Oaks Village here in Sacramento County. I've been a resident since 1976, and I've lived in the village for 3 years, and I immediately noticed the amount of chickens that were in the village, and I counted them, 166, and the next month in December, there was 267. And it's a $1,000 fine to abandon your animals, and these are all abandoned animals. Now, some of them are born here, but Fish and Game does not acknowledge that they are feral. There's no such thing as a feral chicken in the United States. These are domestic farm animals that need care, be put to bed, watered, just like children. And these are animals that have pets, dogs and cats and brothers and sisters, and you can see they're definitely sad when they get here, but a coyote can come lick them on the face and they'll be gone. They'll think it's their pet dog. They're not safe out here. Some of them don't know where to roost. Some of them are left with their wings cut so they can't fly. It's very discouraging to see that this is happening, and Fair Oaks is famous for their roosters. They've been here since the 1800s, and they were feral. They were born here once upon a time, but they're all abandoned animals at this point, and they're continuing to be dropped off. We had 10 new hens dropped off yesterday, and 6 new roosters dropped off the day before, and 27 birds since the article came out in the San Francisco Chronicle about free-range chickens. So I've spoken with my representatives, barely. They won't return any of my phone calls, 54 phone calls in a 2-year period. Her representative, Howard Schmidt, said, I called him today, and he said, thank you for calling. When I said, look, we need a resource. We don't have any resources. There's no place to take your rooster. You can take your dog to the pound for $50, but you can't take your rooster anywhere except for all these parks. And they're inundating Sacramento County, and they're at Ansel Hoffman Park, McKinley Park, Oak Park, Fair Oaks Park, Orangevale. They're everywhere, and I can't even imagine. They need water every day. They need food every day. There is no resources here, no worms, no crickets, no grasshoppers. There's nothing. And with this dry summer, there's gonna be even less. They're fighting over lighters and cigarette butts. They're fighting over anything that looks like food. Everybody assumes Fair Oaks is paying the bill for these chickens. Fair Oaks has never paid a dime for these birds, and they are starving. They get fed 3 days a week, and like I said, there's no bugs for them to eat. They're not flycatchers, and they're domestic farm animals. They don't know, they're not wild, there's nothing wild about them. They make the best pets ever. Then we have a chicken festival that is supposed to benefit the chickens. And when I tell people that never has a single penny ever seen a chicken from the chicken festival, people are appalled. And Marianne, the head of the Park and Rec office right here, said she does not do chickens, but yet she has a Rocky the Rooster and the chicken festival, and among other things. So she contradicts herself. I've asked people to please, we want to work together. We have 2 other chicken ladies that are available, and nobody wants to talk about it because all these neighbors are sick to death of them coming because they crow too much. They're just a pain in somebody's butt, and we're a throwaway society, and this is the place to throw them away. But now there's word out that it is a $1,000 fine. I post signs, they get taken down within a week, regardless of where I post them. So they're running off to other places where nobody's really, paying attention that, oh my gosh, they just dropped 30 roosters off here at Ansel Hoffman Park, and they're blind. So I just don't understand how you could throw a child into the park and say, fend for yourself, because animals are kids, and you always have to take care of them. I get donations from Deandra's Bakery for $14.79. One of the gals at the Village Salon gave me $14.79. This village, it's 18 hair salons and some antique shops. It's supposed to be good for business, but visitors come to see the chickens. They don't come here, they're either shopping, here to see the chickens, or here with their kids, and they don't take their kids in the boutique. So it's just something that they've let go, and they don't talk about it. I personally believe, my opinion is that animal control, board of supervisors, SPCA, 2 rescue groups, and everybody else is in cahoots, because they wouldn't have any animals here if they didn't have any abandoned animals. There would be no chickens. And I believe that Fair Oaks can buy chickens from the pound if they wanted chickens here, hens or roosters. We have 131 roosters and 8 hens, plus now 10. There's 18 hens, and they'll be stolen for meat and for eggs. Roosters, I've seen 25 of them disappear out of a tree in one night. We can't prove anything, but we realize they're cockfighting, and what else do you need 25 roosters for? They're not a big ticket menu item. And every night there's a coyote or a raccoon or a skunk that kills a chicken, and once one gets taken, they go off. The whole village lights up all night long. And it's not like, hello, how are you, like they do during the day. It is run for your life, let her go. I mean, it's sheer panic.
Yeah.
And they're put through that every single night. Now, who would want to stand around a place where your mates are killed? And they won't go within 100 feet. There's only 2 I've seen in 3 years that have left their 100-foot span. They stay about 100 feet from where they're dropped off at. Message is to please spread the word. It is a $1,000 fine, and regardless, you shouldn't be throwing away animals, or just like you would leave a child in a hot car. You just can't leave a rooster out here for his own means. He or she does not know how to protect themselves. And yes, we need a resource, but we would appreciate it if you buy an animal, you get a forever home, and they depend on you, and they're not going to make it without you. So if you don't have the time or the inclination, don't get the animal. And if you do the research. If you knew they fought with each other like they do, you wouldn't drop them off at the park, you wouldn't drop them anywhere. It's a horrible life for a rooster here in the village and every other park that they're at. And we just appreciate if you would take ownership of something that you love.